This music, yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up. It's how we knock down.
So the next time you see a Muslim woman and you wonder if she's hot, it's a possibility that she could be hot because she could be having a hot flash.
Last week on Real
I
Talk.
promise you, it is so easier said than done, because how could I not take something personal that someone's saying to me if they're pointing out all my flaws? Or, you know what I mean? Like, how do I not go on the defense when you're steady tearing me down? Or I feel that way.
Yeah, right.
You know, so it's easier said than done for me. I have some work to do.
Said than done. I think everyone has to keep an open mind.
Yes,
and
I
basically of what things is coming at them. Because it's very, like Latoya said, it's very hard to not take it personal. If you're coming at me, I take it as an attack.
Yes.
So basically, I don't
Attack
know how to,
mode.
I don't know how to take that. And if I'm at work and I'm doing something and I just had a report that needs to be done and we're both going after the same thing,
Yes.
I call it sabotage. I call it as I see it.
Welcome to our show, Real Talk. My name is Amina. I'm your host today. And this is Latoya, and this is Amina, our guest panel today. Today's discussion will begin with, "You're my everything." Is this a healthy idea to have for your mate? And our second question is, are you hot? The famous question that we as Muslim women get quite often. Okay, Latoya, I'm going to start with, "You're my everything." What do you think about that?
Wow. When I hear "you're my everything," in your spouse, I think that's insane.
You the air that I
I'm just
breathe.
saying, like, what you mean, my everything? This person has the ability to disappoint you, leave you, and all these other things that he could do that's not satisfying to you. But yet you've instilled all of your everything into him. You're the air I breathe. What? I think that one should look at their creator to be their everything, the one who provides for them, blesses them, and so many other things. But to put that in a man, in a human being that's designed to make mistakes, insanity is the first thing run across my mind.
I mean,
I agree. It's either or, vice versa, a woman or a man. You put your everything in. I personally think everyone can be let down by a human being. Human beings make mistakes. Human beings do other things. So I don't think that basically you should put your all into that person. Like Latoya mentioned before, you put your all into your creator, So me personally, I think that, and we all could be let down, So
Right.
to put your all into it is like
a setup.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's a setup. It's a setup for that person.
And then what do they do then when they don't get what it is that they want?
Yeah, exactly. And then too, at the same time, you putting your all into it. So what's going to happen when they let you down?
Yeah.
Or what's going to happen when basically they leave you, or
Right.
you find out they're cheating, or whatever you're going to do. So you set yourself up, like Amina said, it's a setup. You shouldn't put anyone as your everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's,
That's pretty deep right there.
Yeah.
you the air that I breathe.
The air that I breathe. Oh.
If you left me, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
I'm going to die if you leave me. That is dangerous.
Yeah.
That is a dangerous idea because, like you said, you're setting that person up and you're setting yourself up because humans will disappoint you.
Right.
That's what they made for. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. We're all human beings, and we're not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. And for you to put that person so high, you're setting yourself up, because everyone makes mistakes, and everyone is not willing to please that person. at all the time. That's like your robot, you know.
Right.
So you know,
Who are you left to be when they leave you?
yeah.
Who are you? You know,
Since
what
they're
value
your
do
everything.
you put within yourself? You know, when this person leaves you, if they were your everything and you put everything into them, well, then you're nothing when they leave you. You feel as if you're nobody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's a psychological sick illness that you have, because we just gonna keep it real.
Okay.
Because for the simple fact,
Real talk, baby.
how can you put anyone at that above all that? How can you do that? You know, it's clear that you need in yourself. Maybe when you were young, you wasn't loved, you know, so you would think that person is going to basically love you, you know, whichever way. I have no idea. But when you actually make that comment come out your mouth, or you're not going to leave me because I love you so much I can't breathe, or when that person leaves you, you actually cutting on yourself or harming yourself. That's basically is when a sign that you need to get some help. Something should click inside you, and anyone around you that basically see it needs to help you. You need some kind of help.
Seriously.
So
Seriously. But ain't nothing wrong with me, baby. What you mean? He's my everything. He's my heir.
So that means they can't do anything without that other person. You can't do anything without that other person. You build up that other person, but at the same time, who's building you up? If you install or instill everything that you're worth within that person.
I see, you know what? It brings back to a show that I was watching. Kiki Wyatt. She made her new husband be her everything. He goes actually everywhere that she went. You know, like she couldn't have so much trust. I guess the past relationships that she was in.
So
you know, yeah. So it's trust issues basically. Far as in. I go shopping. Everybody want to go shopping what they make, so I'm not gonna put that in there. So, but it's shopping with you to when you with your friend. Yes, and if you're not here with me, basically, I have doubts. You know, she made him her everything.
Even though he didn't do anything.
Nothing. He couldn't even have friends. He didn't even go. He didn't even go. He didn't even have friends. When he went somewhere, she wanted to call him, ask him where he's at, you know, just different things like that. He don't need any friends. He don't need any friends. He just need me.
Wow.
So she's like smothered him. So it's a trust issue. It's basically
she has self-esteem.
Yes, she has self.
Issues
yes, she does. Yes.
And she's bled all of her relationships into that relationship, which is not going to be healthy. And as far as I can see, it's not going to last if they don't get any help.
Yes.
Or especially her, should I say?
Yeah, she's getting help now.
She needs.
Yeah,
some.
they're in counseling now, but it's other women out here that's
Yes.
the same exact way as her. You know, I just used her for example because it's a TV show that's out right now with her. So basically, that's why I just mentioned her. But it's just the trust issues, the self-esteem issues that comes along with every woman that makes their mate
Their
women.
everything.
Yeah, their everything.
Huh.
Yeah.
Isn't that something?
That's really something. So it goes back down to that need.
Huh.
It's a need that's missing in these women, and you're trying to get these men to fulfill that need that they didn't, that has not been met for them.
But it looks as though it needs to be met through themselves.
Yeah.
Themselves, like I mean, put something into yourself. Find some value and some self-worth within yourself. You got to love yourself before you are able to love anyone else.
Oh, yes.
First and foremost.
Exactly.
So I mean, how are you going to put it in everybody else? What about yourself?
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, when he leaves you, you're left with yourself and your own thoughts
Yeah.
and what you see yourself to be.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you're left with your own thoughts, that rage that you're feeling. Now you're ready to do something to
yourself or
somebody.
to somebody, right?
Yourself, no.
More
Probably
than likely
yourself,
that other
other
person
person
that you
that's your
put-
everything, your air that you breathe.
Speaking of the air that you breathe, that's a song that's running across my mind. What you guys say to that?
Seriously.
To the music that's putting that message out there.
Oh, yeah.
To the youth.
Oh, yeah.
And making them think
Oh,
that,
yeah.
okay, this is the way a relationship is supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you know, far as in too with the music, it could be a setup too. They setting themselves up too because it's a big thing, as in women are men. Well, basically, I'm gonna say women because it's more women than it is men.
Yeah.
But two, at the same time, I think it's put out there for that. Me personally,
Yeah.
I think it's put out there for you to do that. It's just
You saying that it's designed,
Yeah.
in the sense you believe that it's designed to make people think and feel like that and carry out their relationships the way they hear them on
Portrayed
the music,
on the
portrayed
music.
on the music. I would agree to that too. Because other than that, why else are they making it to say those
Okay,
kinds of
why- for
things,
real though.
knowing that children, they soak up everything, and a lot of them look to the celebrities as they're their role models.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
saying? If you're singing about how you make your man your everything, and I look and see you having money, you're on TV, you're this, you're that. Maybe I should have my relationships like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should do the same thing, like my idol. Some
Yeah.
people say.
yeah.
Yeah, it's really something. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Huh.
really amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break now, and we'll be back.
With consistency comes achievement.
Okay, welcome back to our show, Real Talk. And we were discussing you're my everything. You're the air that I breathe. you the water that I wash my clothes in. What you think about that, LaToya?
Honestly, I think that that's a sickness, and I don't want it.
Look, for real.
I don't want it. Like, seriously, me personally, I believe that there's a certain love that you shouldn't give it to everybody. You know what I mean? It's designed strictly for your creator, your higher power. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's dangerous to give it to somebody
It's dangerous
for
to
reasons
feel
resulting
that
to
way
like this, right?
about a human that can
I mean,
disappoint you.
Right? I'm not saying don't love a person or be afraid to love. No, I'm saying that to go that far to where you see this person as your everything, not your partner, not your spouse, not your friend, but your everything, then that's a setup for failure.
Yeah.
It's a setup for hurt, imbalance, and some more. Because I just can't wrap myself around that idea.
And
Okay.
then two, at the same time, what's gonna happen if the person lets you down? You gonna harm them? You gonna harm her? Harm yourself?
Huh? Others
As
You
we've
know,
seen so
so-
many times.
before
so
in the
many
media,
times.
right?
So many
So
times.
many times.
You want to get to you. It's nothing but a setup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's dangerous.
You don't put your everything into no human. You put your everything into somebody that will never let you down. And that's your higher power.
That's
That's
right.
God.
Yes.
Whom whatever name you may call
Call
him.
him,
He ain't gonna
exactly.
never let you down. He ain't gonna never disappoint you.
You never put more on you than you can bear.
Okay?
And then two, at the same time, basically, we all agree that it's an illness. We all agree that it's an illness.
It's
but
contagious.
then two, at the same, and I don't want to catch it. So how about you stay away from me? No, I'm just kidding. So but
At the end of the day, this person here has low self-esteem.
Yes.
And this person here didn't get something that they needed. And so they're going to get it. They're getting it in a wrong way. You just done made this man right here your everything because something you didn't get back here. You didn't have that security that you needed as a child. So now this man done said one little word. He done made you feel like you ain't never felt before. Now he your everything.
Everything.
He your everything. He done met that need that was in you. But you done forgot this is a human.
Yes.
That's a human.
yes.
So, I mean, just me looking at the situation, it brings me to say that what about the person who's the person that they're putting all this into? How do they feel knowing that they have needs and wants, or that they're human and can make mistakes and will do so? I mean, I can imagine the pressure on that person, not wanting to hurt you, not with intent, hopefully not, but You know, what if I fall short of your plan and what it is that you think I'm supposed to be doing?
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
that's a whole
What's
bunch
gonna
of
happen
pressure.
then? Yes.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a whole bunch of pressure
Yes.
to deal with.
And then too, you're my everything. You know. But you just slapped the mess out of me. You're so abusive. You're talking about I'm big and fat and don't smell too well. But you're here with me though. But you're saying all these hurtful things to me. But you're my everything. You're my air that I breathe.
That's when you exercise the right to have a choice, to decide if you want to go through that. If somebody's being abusive or doing these things to you that are so hurtful, you exercise those choices, the
Oh,
right
yeah.
to decide something different.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't have to tolerate this, and vice versa, whether it's a man or a woman.
Yeah.
You know, because you get abuse coming from both ends
Oh
of
yeah.
the table.
Oh yeah, baby.
But don't sit up there and complain about this and complain about that and then holler, but
But the children.
but the children. But you got a right to make a decision. You know, you got the right to be happy. You know, if you're not happy, go get happy.
Oh, but he only does this when he's angry. Oh,
There's
but
some signs.
oh,
That say
There's
to
some
you?
signs.
What that say to you? When he's angry, he only does this when he's angry.
wow! Are you
Yeah,
kidding
maybe
me?
he's really speaking his heart, what he really truly feels, whether he's angry or not.
But you're my everything.
But why are you making excuses for the next person what he's doing? Because that's all I hear is that they're making an excuse for him and his behavior instead of dealing with it.
I mean,
Yeah, it's mind blowing right now. You know, so
Don't make nobody
Yeah.
get everything unless it's the higher power,
yeah, you need to get counseling.
ultimately.
the bottom line is nobody should be your everything. Just like you said, Latoya, and I'm quite sure you agree too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, I agree.
That,
I agree.
That nothing should be your everything except God. He's your everything. He will never disappoint you. He will
Yes.
never let you down.
Yes.
He will never slap you.
Yes.
Yeah,
And baby, when you know better,
you
do better. We're going to take another break right now, and we'll be back. Welcome back to our show, and we were discussing You're My Everything. And Latoya, what did you think about that statement at the end of the day? What did you say?
At the end of the day, they need to make their Lord, their higher power, their everything.
And would you agree, Amina?
Yes, I agree.
I would agree too, that at the end of the day, baby, your everything is your higher power, because he will never disappoint you. He will never slap you. He's always there for you. Okay, so now we're going to go into that famous question that we as Muslim women are always asked, or seems to find their way to us every time. Are you hot? Latoya, how does that make you feel?
We're asked this quite often. Honestly, I want to know, why is it that you feel the need to want to know if I'm hot? I'm human. I sweat just like everybody else. At the end of the day, if it's 113 degrees outside, come on now. I'm hot. I mean, seriously, yes, I'm hot. I sweat. The good thing about it is that when that wind hits it, I feel cool.
Oh yeah.
Another thing is that I'm covered, blocking myself from the sun, you know? So I don't have that direct sunlight on my skin. Am I hot? They need to do the math.
Amina?
I'm gonna basically say what a person wears or how a person looks is not the next person's business.
Right.
Basically, you know, if a person has on a black sweater with some black jeans and whatever, that's their choice. That's what that's whatever they choose to wear? Why is it your business? Why is it your business that you want to know why is a person hot? Do you have some kind of need to know? Is you gonna go get me some water if I'm hot?
Right.
What is it? But me personally, I get ticked off at it because it's no one's business. It depends on the type of weather. If it's cold outside, you don't ask me am I cold? Something to me personally, but it depends on the weather, whether I'm hot or cold. And sometimes I might just came out of air conditioner, going back into air conditioner. So am I hot? No, I ain't hot. No, I ain't hot. And just like LaToya said, if you hot, if you have on long clothes, anyone in the desert, when they're working in the field, they have long clothing over you because the sun directly is on your skin. So this is a protection for you. If you have any sense, you will know that. But it's a lot of people that don't have sense and they just want to know. Oh, I just want to know where you hot or whatever the case may be. But actually, it's a protection for you. The skin is not directly on your skin. You see people with umbrellas up there because the sun is directly hitting your skin. When you have lesser clothes on, the sun is going to be directly hitting your skin. Yeah. So common sense basically should tell you that. But as we all know, a lot of people don't have common sense. Yes. So basically they always want to have something to say. Then you're going to get the ones that just, I was just wondering. Don't wonder so much. Don't want to wonder so much. But me personally, it's a personal thing. Some people want to say because it depends on the weather. 75, no, I'm not hot. It's actually, no. 85, no. 95, no. Because like LaToya said, when you sweat and the wind is blowing, it's going to basically, you feel all that. Mm-hmm. But if I'm directly in the sun, been in the sun all day, yeah, I'm hot. Mm-hmm. That's not going to stop me from doing this. Mm-hmm. It's not going to stop me from covering this because basically it's a belief. Mm-hmm. If you have any sense, like you have whatever religion that you are basically, it's your belief, so that's not, whether it's hot outside, cold outside, snowing outside, it ain't going to stop me from wearing whatever I wear,
Yeah, and for me, that question is, it depends on how I'm feeling. Really, when you ask me that question, if I just had a hot flash, it don't make no difference if I'm buck naked.
Right?
All you ladies that have hot flashes out there,
exactly
I know you feel me, baby.
About. Right.
Okay? So it don't matter if I'm covered or if I'm not covered. But then too, it goes back to say, what is your need to know if I'm hot or not? Right. Why are you asking me this question? Would you ask a nun if she was hot? Mm-hmm. Or is it just particularly me? What is your need to know if I'm hot or not? Mm-hmm. Do you figure I'm oppressed? Is that your problem? Mm. Are you hot? Well, I'm here to tell you, I am neither oppressed,
neither.
And I don't know, it depends. If just like Amina said, if I've been out in the sun, it's 110 out there, and I've been out there all day. Well, baby, you do the math. What you think? But basically, to answer your question, am I hot? I don't know. I might be hot and I might not be hot, depending on if I've been out in the sun. If I just got out the car and walked in here and got on this elevator, well, no, I'm not hot. But if I was walking around out there in the street and it's 110 degrees and I'm having a hot flash, baby, I wouldn't even advise you to ask me this question right now.
It's called a hot flash.
What were you going to say, Mina?
I was basically saying that for the simple fact, depends on the weather. It depends on the weather, period, point blank. It depends on the weather. Am I hot? Are you hot? So if you hot and you ain't got no clothes on and I'm hot, and I'll have on this, what do you think? You know what I mean? So it's just basically, it goes back down to the common sense. Yes. People just, why ask a question that's none of your business?
What is your need?
It's none of your,
that you can really figure out what the answer is. You can see sweat popping off my face.
Yeah.
Don't I look like I'm hot?
Yeah, or if you don't.
I'm just saying it's a rhetorical question.
Even if you don't. A lot of people in the that's working in the fields, or do you go up to them and ask them is they hot? They got on a hat, the towel over them, long clothes, long shirt. They don't get that. Coming out of the fields, they don't get that. It just want to be. It's just a question to me, a smart ass to me, to ask me something like that. You want to be a smart ass, but basically that's basically what it is. Why?
A lot of times you get that, you feel
Why?
that they're intentionally coming to ask you with a group of people,
Yeah.
you know, to make fun of us or to make us feel bad, which is sad. Because if they educated themselves or took the time out to educate themselves, they know a lot more.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, for whatever your reason might be for asking me if I'm hot, I think, baby, maybe you better need to check out my face before you ask
Even
me that
approach me, huh?
that question. Because to me, I want to know why are you so concerned about if I'm hot or not? What is your need? What benefit is this going to do you to know if I'm hot or not? Are you going to get like me?
Yeah, huh?
Maybe that's your concern. Really, what is your concern to ask me this question if I'm hot or not? I think I'd like to ask you.
When it's cold and we're fully clothed and we have on our hijabs and our long sleeve shirts, are you cold?
Maybe we should ask that question.
You know what I mean? At
But
the
why
end of
would
the
we
day,
do
why
that?
Would we do that?
Why
Yeah,
would
you
we
know what I
do
mean?
that?
Yeah. It's basically a back and forth thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. To me personally, I think that people need to mind their own business and worry about their own self. Period. Worry about yourself. Worry about you, your kids, your spouse, and don't worry about no one else. No one else.
Make sure you're not saying he's your everything.
Right?
And don't worry about if I'm hot or not. But basically, though, it just depends. It depends on how I'm going to answer this question today is depending on if I'm practicing what I'm preaching about don't take it personal. If I'm in that space and I'm not feeling that I'm being attacked or I'm not feeling like you trying to
Make a joke out of me.
if I'm not, yes, that I'm a joke and you're trying to be funny and you're not honestly wanting it to know if I'm hot or not because you're trying to make a decision on if you might become like me.
Yes.
And you're trying to decide if you're going to be hot. But basically and honestly, I really don't understand why somebody got to ask me if I'm hot. I really don't understand that question. I really don't. I truthfully, I've sat here and tried to search my mind over and over. Why would anybody ask me if I'm hot if they're not trying to be funny or they're not trying to make me feel like I'm should be hot?
Or to me, ask a question. Why? And then come with, oh, I just love the way it looks or something. Don't come with the trying to be negative or anything. You know, what's your, just like Amina said, basically, what is your need for wanting to know, am I hot? Why? Educate yourself, you know, instead of coming up to people and asking them
The
different.
question, I'm sorry.
You know, just educate yourself instead of coming out and just asking a question like that.
If it's 110 degrees outside,
Why would you be outside naked anyway? I mean, I'm just saying, if we want to get to that.
for me, it depends on what
The
space I'm in.
situation,
To me, you're asking me if I'm hot. How does that make me feel? It makes me angry because I'm feeling very angry right now because it's common sense
right?
that it's 110 degrees outside. You see the sweat popping off my face, but you want to ask me if I'm hot. It angers me, and it angers me because I have a need. My need is that you should understand that I'm all right with what I'm doing right here. You know, it's no need for you to ask me if I'm hot because I'm dressed like I want to be.
Yeah.
And number one, baby, yeah, I'm hot, but it's not hot as the hellfire. And number two, Tori?
We wear this as a protection, as a covering, and to be obedient to our Creator.
And Amina?
And number 3, oh no, it's not. You know, and number and number 3 is, like Latoya and Amina said, we do it as a protection for us, and we do it because we want to.
That's right.
Because we want to.
That's right.
And that should be fully understood. So the next time you see a Muslim woman and you wonder if she's hot, it's a possibility. It's a possibility that she could be hot because she could be having a hot flash. And so it don't make no difference if she's covered or uncovered.
Right.
If it's 110 degrees out there, you do the math, baby.
We're all human. We perspire. We get hot. It's just a natural thing. So, yes, we do get hot.
And when you know better,
You do
baby,
better.
you do better.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Need nothing. I was talking to Orm, right? And I was asking her, I was saying, like, well, is it something within us personally that we may take it as an attack, or that we may look at it as something that hurts us, or, you know what I mean? Like, is it something within us personally that we respond the way we respond, do you think? What do you say to that?
It depends on how you say it.
See, it depends.
It depends
Everything
on how you say it. Yeah, it
depends
depends on
on
how
the
you say it.
deliverance,
Yeah.
on the surrounding,
And if
on
you in the looking, how you looking at
Uh-huh.
it. If you just like, hey, you high.
Oh, I couldn't believe that you would look at me and then have something to say to me after that. The way you're looking at me, it's not inviting.
So it depends on that too.
It depends.
Because if you look at me like that, I'm gonna be like, what? Gonna be my first thing, and I'm gonna look at it like, wow. And I ain't caught an attitude so far because I'm feeding off of your,
Demeanor.
yeah.
You know what's amazing is that someone can make a song dealing with the fact that somebody's my everything and have the whole world singing it. And
I was supposed to be with no air.
right? But it's so dangerous. I mean, to have that mind state and actually put your everything, your self-worth in another person.
You're giving them too much power over you.
Right? You have nothing. You're nothing. You're nobody.
That's too much power for one person to have.